What is Bitcoin? How it works? Hello everyone. My name is Brian Yang. We are specializing selling mining machines. I'm happy to talk to you today, but investment is risky and the market is uncertain. The content of this video only represents my advice and cannot be used as investment advice. Give 2 pizzas and $300 million. What would you choose? The most expensive pizza in human history costs 1.5 billion US dollars. There was once such a programmer who bought 2 pizzas with 10,000 bitcoins. According to the current calculation of 1 bitcoin, which is about 30,000 US dollars, it is equivalent 300 million US dollars. Each pizza is worth 1.5 billion US dollars. At around 12 noon on May 18, 2010, Zola, a programmer who lives in Florida, USA, posted a post on the Bitcoin forum. I want to buy 2 pizzas with 10,000 Bitcoins. Who will take the order? It seemed that he was hungry and wanted to buy lunch. Unfortunately, no one asked him for his address until after 6 o'clock in the afternoon. It seemed that he needed to take an order, but he cancelled it immediately, and someone else responded with a sign that night. Wow, 10,000 bitcoins is a lot. Do you think he is a master who has seen through the future value of Bitcoin? That's not it. This person went on to write 10,000 bitcoins, which is a huge amount of money, worth $41. In fact, that means that this thing is just air. Only programmers think it is worth $4 billion. If you exchange air for 2 pizzas, you don't know who lost money. This post stayed like this for 4 days. By 7 p.m. on May 22nd, Zola was with excitement. He announced that I had successfully used 10,000 bitcoins to buy 2 pizzas and made a lot of money. There were pictures and the truth. Why was he so excited? At that time, he had 40,000 bitcoins in his hand. Could he use them as food? This time, he actually bought 2 pizzas, the market price of which was as high as 25 US dollars. Zola used Bitcoin to buy a pizza just for fun, but it doesn't matter. He created the history of buying things with Bitcoin. Hello everyone, my name is Brian Yang. Today we are going to answer the number 3 most searched questions on Google from scratch. What is Bitcoin? If you are worried about what I am talking about is too professional, don't worry. I will explain Bitcoin in the most popular language. Even if you don't understand it at all, by the end of this video, you will be more knowledgeable than 99% of people learn about Bitcoin. Before discussing Bitcoin, I want to take a moment to talk about money. What is money? Essentially, money represents value. For example, if I do some work for you, you will pay me a salary. This is the value exchange you provide to me, and I can use this money to wash my feet, get a massage, and get equivalent value from other people. Throughout history, people have used many different things to represent money. Because money is a symbol of value, such as shells and of course gold were once exchanged as money. By definition, money is an instrumental value that stores exchange measured value. This thing is invisible and tangible. In order to make it tangible, people created a tool which is money that puts value in it, making it visible and tangible. 100 years ago, we still believed that everything represented money. Over time, people discovered that carrying gold bars or other money around the world was too much trouble. So paper money is divided, and here's how it works. A bank or government is willing to accept a loan of gold from you. Let's say it's worth $1,000 or so. Now, after you collected the items, the bank will issue you some receipts. This is our current banknotes. These banknotes are not only easy to carry, but you can also spend them piece by piece. There is no need to cut the gold into pieces. If you want to get gold, you only need to take 1,000 yuan worth of banknotes back to the bank, and slowly paper begins to be used as currency. However, over time and macroeconomy changes, the link between the receipt of paper money and the gold it represented was broken. The government tells everyone that the government will be responsible for the value of banknotes. So people continue to use them without any endorsement and only trade banknotes that the government promises to support. Why is it still valid? Because now paper currency does not have any physical backing, but people trust the government, and this is how fiat currency is created. The reason why the dollar or any other currency has value is because of the government order. Fiat currency means legal tender that must be accepted as payment. So today's currency value actually comes from the government. In other words, the government gave it a legal standard, so the trust model has shifted from trusting something or to trusting someone. That person is government. Fiat currency, which has two major disadvantages. First, it is centralized with a central authority to control and issue currency, such as a government or central bank. Second, there is no limit on the amount of money. The government of central bank can draw money as needed, causing the money supply in the market to expand. As more money circulates in the market, the value of each piece of money decreases, so the money you earn becomes less valuable. When you see prices rising year after year, this is not an increase in prices, but more a decrease in the purchasing power of your money, and you need more money to buy what used to be cheaper. Once fiat currency are established, it's fairly simple to switch to digital currency. We already have a central authority that issues currency, so why not convert most currency into digital form? Today, we mainly use credit cards and other forms of digital currency, and the amount of physical currency in the world is almost negligible. And less as time goes on. So today's currency is just a number. So how does it work? The solutions banks use today are centralized solutions. They keep a ledger record on the computer who owns what. Everyone has an account, and this ledger keeps accounts for each account. We all trust the bank also trusts their computer solution, which is to centralize all accounts on this computer's ledger. But when you give control of the currency function to someone or an organization, it is equivalent to giving them a huge power. The centralized system will cause three main problems. The first problem is that current rights lead to current corruption. Absolute rights lead to absolute corruption. When banks are empowered to create money, they essentially control the flow of global value, which gives them almost unlimited power. A small example of power corruption can be seen in the Wells Fargo scandal, where employees secretly created millions of unauthorized credit card accounts have increased bank revenue for years without customers knowing. The second problem is poor management. When a government's interests are not aligned with these rules with its citizens, currency mismanagement can arise. In 2008, the real estate market collapsed, triggering the subprime mortgage crisis, which severely impacted the global financial system, triggering large-scale bank failures, stock market crashes, and a global economic recession. In order to save the entire market from collapsing, the government prints a lot of money. The problem with printing too much money is that it will cause inflation, which basically erodes the value of citizens' currency. The most extreme example is this awesome. Printing large amounts of money for the government causes the value of money to drop so much that people no longer count money, but count money in the form of weighing. The last problem is control. When you give control to a bank or the government, the bank can decide to freeze your account at any time and refuse you to use your money. Even if you only use cash, the government can also cancel the legal standards of currency, just like what India did a few years ago. This is what it was like before 2009, but everything changed next. In October 2008, a man who called himself Satoshi Nakamoto published a document on the internet, also known as a white paper, proposing a way to create a decentralized currency called Bitcoin. A scheme for a monetary system. Bitcoin is a transparent ledger with no central authority. Take banks as an example. Since most currencies today are digital, banks basically manage their own balances and transaction ledgers, but the bank ledgers are opaque. You can see the bank's ledger. Only the bank has complete control over it. Bitcoin is a transparent ledger. You can see this ledger at any time and see all ongoing transaction and balances, but you cannot see whose balance it is. This means that Bitcoin is a pseudo-secret name. Yes, everything is open, transparent, and traceable, but you still have no way to knowing who said what to whom. Bitcoin is decentralized. No computer holds the Bitcoin ledger alone. Each computer participating in the system has a copy of the ledger, also known as the blockchain. So if you want to compromise the entire system or attack, you need to destroy thousands of computers at once to keep copies of this ledger and keep it constantly updated. Like most currencies, Bitcoin is digital. This means that Bitcoin has no entity. It is just a record of a series of transactions and balances. When you have a Bitcoin, it means that you have access to a specific Bitcoin address that records transactions and balances for that address in the ledger, and it can send funds from this address to other addresses. So what does this all mean? Which is Bitcoin so important? Since the inception of money, Bitcoin has given us an alternative to the existing financial system. Bitcoin is a form of money that no government or bank can control.